Day 3 video. This is for Wednesday, March 25th. I have not received any questions from anybody about math problems. A couple calculator questions. Hopefully you guys can figure out your calculators on your own. If I was there, I could show you pretty quickly. I did say yesterday that to raise 3 to the 5th power on your calculator, a lot of calculators have a y to the x button. So you put in the 3, hit the y to the x, and then the 5. Another button they have is a caret, so look for the caret button, like a little hat there. Put in the 3, the 5, and then, or the 3, the caret, and the 5. Okay, so today is going to be a pretty short video. If you do have any questions, you feel free to ask them on the Google Classroom. I'll try and answer them there. If not, I can do problems on the next day's video. But please try and ask early so I can make only one video per day, hopefully. The next thing we're going to do is very, very similar to this. The two equations, or the one equation, is that a is equal to, and I'm going to use a sub 0 for the beginning amount, times 1 plus, and here we're just going to use rate, and raised to the t power. It would be rate divided by n, and then n times t, and n is the number of compoundings. But we're going to be doing population gross, and you can't compound a population. You can't take part of a person, add it to the next one, and then continue on. So this happens to be beetles. So I'm going to do number 7, and you'll finish the rest of them for homework, and I'll post that on Google Classroom as soon as I'm done with this video. All right, so we got a population of 800 beetles. It's growing each month at a rate of 5%. So notice now we got a month here. So time is in months, not years. Write an equation that expresses the number of beetles at time x. Okay, well, they don't want us to solve anything. They just want this equation. So a sub 0 is my beginning amount, or my principal. R, of course, is the rate, which is 5%, or 0.05. And T is number of months, so we're just going to call it T. So write an equation that expresses the number of beetles at time x. Okay, so they want us to make that x. So A is equal to 800 times 1 plus 0.05 raised to the x. So I can simplify that just a tad. 800 times 1.05. So 1 is the initial 100% that I started with. And the part after that would simply be your growth rate. And if I was declining, like a population decline, then it would just be minus in here, and that would be 0.95 raised to the x. So this is all they're asking for the first answer, 1A, or 7A. All right, about how many beetles will there be in 8 months? Well, that's a pretty simple answer. All we're going to have to do is put in the 8 for the time. And again, you got to take the 1.05, raise it to the 8th power, multiply that times 800, and I get about 1,181 beetles. And that's pretty straightforward. That's not much to it, and that's all we're going to do for today. So I'll put that up on Google Classroom for you. Again, this isn't for till tomorrow, but if you want to stay ahead, you're more than welcome to. If not, no problem. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and feel free to ask any questions you want on Google Classroom.